Nowadays in GTA Online, it's easier than ever to make money, but it can be pretty confusing figuring out how to do that. So today I'm going to walk you through the 10 best ways to make money for solo players so that you don't have to buy a shark card. Seriously, take your shark card, pick it up, put it in the bin. We are not doing that. Here's the 10 best ways to make money fast. Let's go. And at number 10, we've got the auto shop contracts. The auto shop is a very fun and honestly underrated business. You can actually make a fair bit of money just by modifying customers' cars that they bring into your auto shop every so often. But the best way to make money is with the contracts. These are super quick, super fun and super easy mini heists. You've got 2 setup missions and a finale. If you're a beginner, this will probably take you about 45 minutes. If you're experienced, this may take you up to 20 to 30 minutes. And it's going to pay you over $160,000 every time. But that's not all, because there are 8 of these contracts to do. You can do them as many times as you want, but one of them, the Union Depository contract, actually pays $300,000, and again it's super quick. It should only take you about half an hour. I would highly recommend getting an auto shop if you don't have one. It's available on Maze Bank foreclosures on your phone. You won't regret it. Now you're probably thinking, I clicked on this video to figure out how to make money, but you're telling me to buy a business that's going to cost me over $1 million. What are you doing? I get it. Don't worry, later in the list we've got an incredible way for you to make money without having to spend $1. I got you. At number 9, we have the most wanted targets in the bail off. To be honest, the bail enforcement office isn't the best business in the game. Obviously, that's why it's low on the list. But it's definitely underrated. A lot of players don't think you can make much money with this business because the normal bounty targets that you can go out and get only pay about $30,000 to $40,000. But here's the thing. That's the worst part of the business. Let me let you in on a little secret here. In your bail office, don't worry about the normal targets. Instead, what you're going to want to do is get the most wanted target once per day. The game only lets you do it once per day, so that shouldn't be much of an issue. But every time you log into GTA Online, this should be the first thing that you do. These most wanted bounty targets take only about 5 to 10 minutes at the most, and they're going to pay you $130,000. So every time you log in and play the game, if you do this as soon as you log in, you're starting your day off by making $130,000 in about 5 minutes. From there you can move on to a lot of the other methods we'll get onto later in the list. Next, we are going to go with Acid Lab. You can make an incredible amount of money extremely easy with the Acid Lab, but it's not how you would normally think about making money in a video game. Normally when you think about getting money, you go out, you do something, you get paid for it. That's not exactly how it works with the Acid Lab. With the Acid Lab, you source supplies either by doing a mission or paying for them. Once your supplies get filled up, over time those supplies are going to turn into stock. This will just happen. You don't need to do anything. This is going to happen in the background while you do other stuff to make money other ways. Then you can just come back after a couple of hours, sell it and make a ton of money. Once you get it up and running, and if you get the upgrades for the business as well, you can easily make over $60,000 an hour. That might not seem like much, but keep in mind that's happening completely in the background. You don't have to do anything other than resupply it every once in a while and then sell it. It can be a little bit confusing to set up and get up and running, so again I suggest watching another standalone guide for this business. At number 7, we have the FIB files. These were introduced at the end of 2024 with the Agents of Sabotage DLC, and to start them up you need to buy the Garment Factory, which again you can find on Maze Bank foreclosure. Just like all of the other businesses we've gone over so far. From there you can go to the computer or just go into the app on your phone and you can start up one of the 4 FIB files. These work really similar to the auto shop. And I'm gonna let you in on a little secret about the FIB files. The week that I'm uploading this video, they are actually on triple money, but it can be a little bit confusing about how they on triple money and what you have to do. Basically all you have to do is just like hire a bodyguard, and whatever triple money, if you host it then you won't get money. The person who's with you will get the money. So that's just a little secret I wanted to let you all in on. See what you all want to do about it. You all can make a lot of money from this, as they take only around 20 minutes and will pay the other person up to almost $1 million if you do the priority file. So I think you should just grind this as much as you can along with your friends and let your friends do it with you. It's a really nice and easy method. Ensure you do it. Okay, moving on. They are going to pay you about $150,000 to $160,000, and again, just like the auto show of missions, these should only take about 30 minutes. What's so great about these ones though is each week one of these missions will be the priority file. That means you can do it once that week, but it's going to pay you double money, so roughly 300k. If you combine this with the most wanted target in your bail enforcement office, each time you log into GTA Online, you do that most wanted target for 130,000 in about 5 minutes. Follow that up with a priority file in your garment factory, and in about 35 minutes after logging on, you've made yourself $450,000. Not bad at all. At number 6, we have the Salvage Yard robberies. As you're probably starting to figure out, a lot of the missions and heists and robberies in GTA Online are all pretty similar. They follow the same structure, and that's the same for these ones. To start them up, obviously buy a Salvage Yard, and each week there are going to be 3 robberies that you can do. Each week the best robbery will normally pay you close to 400,000, and it should only take you about 40 to 45 minutes. These robberies are really fun. These are some of the most fun ones in the game, in my opinion. And there is also another way to make money with the Salvage Yard as well, and that's through the tow truck business. Inside your Salvage Yard, there's going to be a tow truck. If you hop inside, drive outside, it's going to start up a tow truck delivery mission. All you have to do is go out, get a car with your tow truck, tow it back to your Salvage Yard, and then your mechanics are going to scrap it for money. At number 5, and now we are starting to get to the really good ways to make money. At this spot, we've got the hanger business. People don't quite understand how good this business is, and that's probably because most people are using it incorrectly. And that is because it is a little bit confusing and doesn't really explain how to make the most money with it. How the hanger works is you go to the computer in your hangar, source some cargo, go out, get that cargo, and then bring it back to your hangar. From there, you can start a sell mission to sell your cargo. So how do you actually make a lot of money with it? Well, each piece of cargo that you go and get will get you $30,000. That will be the base price for the cargo. However, this business has stacking profit margins depending on which type of cargo you actually source. So instead of going out and searching any type of cargo, you should be sourcing the same type of cargo over and over again, or at least 2 different types. Now, if you do want to go really in depth of the hanger, this is another business I would recommend watching a standalone guide for. But if you just want to know roughly how much money you can make with it, if you only do the land, source and sell missions, which I highly recommend doing because these are much faster than the air ones, you can quite comfortably make between $300,000 to $500,000 an hour depending on how fast you are. If you've got all of the best possible vehicles to help you with speed though, like the Raiju jet, an Oppressor Mark II, Sparrow helicopter, etc. If you also collect the correct types of cargo to get you the most profit, I've seen some players make upwards to $700,000 in an hour completely solo. Don't sleep on it, it's a great business. You just got to know how to use it correctly. At number 4, we've got the most beginner friendly way to make money in the game, and it's a really good one. So don't worry if you don't have the money to buy any of the businesses we've already mentioned, because at number 4 we have the Clucking Bell Farm Raid. This is completely free to start up. You don't have to buy a single thing. All you need to do is head over to the Vespucci police station where this V is on your map and start up the Clucking Bell Farm Raid. This is basically a heist. It's technically not classified as a heist by Rockstar Games, but you know it pretty much is. And once you complete the finale, you're going to get $500,000. That's a really nice payday. So how long does it actually take? Well, if you're a new player, your first time through it can take you an hour to an hour and a half, maybe even a little longer. But once you get a hang of it, you should be doing it in about 45 minutes pretty comfortably. So if you've got a fast car to use while you're doing these missions, that shouldn't be an issue. And $500,000 in less than an hour puts it as one of the best ways to make money in the game, which is crazy considering it costs nothing to start. Every low level player should be doing this non-stop. Just keep doing this over and over again until you can afford to do some of the other stuff and get rich. Nothing else to say. At number 3, this is a tough one. Honestly, the top 5 are pretty tough. They all pay very well. I'm going to put the agency in particular, the Dr. Dre contract. The agency is a fantastic business. There's 3 ways to make money with it as well. You've got payphone hits, security contracts, both of which will pay about $30,000 to $50,000. But the main one is a Dr. Dre contract, and that pays $1 million. Your first time though, this will take you a lot longer. Of course, there's a lot of cutscenes you have to watch and ones you can't skip. So for your first time, it's going to be annoying. 1 million in an hour and a half puts it firmly in the top handful of ways to make money in the game. At number 2, we've got the Nightclub. Now if you think back to the bunker, where I mentioned this makes money in the background, same sort of thing. The Nightclub is a passive business and it's the best one in the game. But as I mentioned with the hangar and the bunker, how they are both a bit complicated, yeah, the Nightclub can be a lot to get your head around if you're unfamiliar with it. The main reason for that is because it relies on you having a lot of other businesses in order to make the Nightclub function correctly and most profitably. In order to completely understand how to make the most profit, you're going to have to watch at least one video, maybe even take some notes. This thing can be confusing, so I won't bore you with the fine details right now. I'm sure you just want to know roughly how much money you can make with it, and the answer is every 48 minutes to the Nightclub itself you can make $50,000, and then through the warehouse underneath the Nightclub you can make about $50,000 an hour. So all up, completely in the background, passively, you can make $100,000 with the Nightclub. That's insane considering this is happening in the background while you're making money doing other stuff. So definitely get one. If you don't have one, watch someone's guide, figure it out, and then you'll make a ton of money. At number 1, we have the Cayo Perico heist. Still heading into 2025, this is the only heist you can do solo, and oh boy, it is a good one. To start the Cayo Perico heist, you need to buy the Kosatka submarine. You can do this by buying it in Vostok cash and carry. It's a really fun heist and it pays really well. How well? Well, so well that Rockstar continues to nerf it almost every single year. When the heist first came out, you could easily make $1.5 million with this heist every single time, and the heist only takes about an hour to complete. Rockstar keeps nerfing it. Nowadays, going into 2025, you should expect to make roughly 1 million per heist, maybe even a little under, like 900k. On average, I would say around about 1 million per heist, and making 1 million in 1 hour of gameplay is nothing to laugh at. There are a few issues with the Cayo Perico heist nowadays, particularly the fact that it has such a massive cooldown if you do it solo. If you do it solo, you're going to get a 2.5 hour cooldown before you can do it again, which is rough. But if you sprinkle in a lot of other ways to make money, like the contract, the Clucking Bell farm raid, Nightclub, and you make money using all of those methods while your Cayo Perico heist is on cooldown, then it really won't be an issue at all. And still, this is the best way to make money in the game. I realized that out of all the videos I've made on this channel, I still haven't made a video about the best ways to make money, so hopefully this helped you out. If it did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe for more stuff like this, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.